But it's a tough one. I mean, if you do see say it's your best friend, partner, like sitting in a restaurant with someone else, I would find it very difficult not to tell them. I really would. In fact, well, it was a slightly different situation quite a few years ago, and I had a friend who was the other woman. And I sort of stepped into her and said, this is not going to end well for any of you involved here, and you've got to do it. And she took it really quite badly that I did speak up, and sort of fell out with me for quite a number of years. But it's all good now, and she knows it was the right conversation to have, but I had to make the choice to have the conversation, and I think a lot of people maybe don't take to it nicely. It's a very difficult
I would find that really hard, because just through my own life experience, I am quite a nosy person, and I found...
She is.
Yeah, I am really. And I found that I've been... trying to do the right thing, inadvertently, I've lost out. So what I do now is I try to... If I did see that situation, I would actually just look at it, take a deep breath and just think, all right, that's happening. Is it my business? Is this my business? There are two adults, they know what they're doing. It's not right for whatever reason, but is it my business to get involved in that situation? And I actually now think it's not my business, and I would just step back.
Even if it's your friend, I would be devastated if my friends didn't tell me that that was happening behind my back. I really would be.
But I wouldn't know if it's happening. They're just having dinner, or they're just having a chat.
Well, I mean, if you knew that it was
when do
something
you know?
more? I mean,
If you see them snogging, you know, then even then,
I think that's what we mean. Like, if you don't know, then no, I wouldn't say anything if you don't know for sure and you're not certain. But if I knew that someone was cheating on a friend of mine or somebody that I loved and cared about, I would rather lose the friendship, lose the relationship with the family member, because I couldn't live with myself if I didn't say it to them and I didn't let them know.
The thing is, as well, a lot of the times you do lose the friendship, even if it's proved right, you know, and they end up splitting up or whatever, it is normally shoot the messenger. In a way, that friend is never kind of accepted back in. I mean, when it happened to me, the thing that I decided not to do when I became suspicious and I was looking at receipts and going through pockets, the one thing that I thought was, I'm not asking any of our mutual friends, because they will, if it's true, they're going to have to lie. And I just didn't want to put any of them in that position.
Make you feel quite lonely, though, Colleen, that you didn't have the sort of sense of well, someone's just going to be honest with me here for my benefit? Did you feel like they were so sort of stuck in the middle of it?
because at that time we had a lot of joint friends. It wasn't... I think if it just been friends of mine that had met him through when I met him, do you know what I mean? Maybe that had been different, but I'm talking about at that point we hung about with joint friends who were friends and couples and people who knew us both.
Are you still friends with them now, or do you feel...?
Some of them yes, and some of them no, because some of them volunteered information and actually weren't telling me, were actually lying for him. So and I'd never asked them, they were voluntarily doing that, so... No, I'm not. I don't wish them any harm, but I realised then, well, they're not my friends. But it is a really, really difficult situation. And I also feel it's the way you tell someone, how you tell them. Like, you don't just burst in and go, I saw your husband doing this. It's the way you tell them and break it to them. And also remember as well that I also met a lot of women who knew their husbands did that. But as long as they came home to them and they were... I mean, I couldn't live like that, but they could and they were happy. But I think when they were confronted, they then feel they're forced to make this massive decision because they're going to lose face with all their friends or people are going to go, well, they're a mug, they deserve it. It's a really, really difficult, complicated
I think if
situation.
somebody said to me, do you think he's cheating? And I might have seen something. At that point, I might have said.
Absolutely.
But volunteering, I think in that situation is just so... It's so dodgy, really. But also, you said, in most cases as well, people get back together.
Yeah,
so as a friend, what do you do
then? So then they get rid of you. They get rid of you.
I just couldn't live with it, and I know that I would rather be friendless than have to live with knowing something so horrendous.
But I just think as long as you know for definite it's not rumour, because rumours can build up, you know, easily. So unless you've got concrete evidence of, I actually saw him with this person or her with this person, it's very difficult to go off a rumour.
Well, a lot of you getting in touch this morning. Adele says, this has happened to me. I saw my friend's partner getting out of a woman's car. He came knocking on my door, begging me not to say anything. I told him, you either tell her or I will. They have since split up, and a lot actually like that. We ran a poll as well today. Would you tell a friend if you saw their partner on a date with someone else? 88% of you said yes, I would. So there you go.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Someone better tell me if they see him.